Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and I'm here with an unplanned follow-up video. It'll all become very clear in a moment or two. A while back, let's see, I will say it must have been March, I made this journal. And I made this journal using a digital kit by RachandBellaCrafts, and it was called Bohemian Girl, I believe. So I did this journal, and I will definitely link this video below just in case you haven't seen it and you want to see it. And one of the things was I had the kit already printed out with the intention of making ephemera for this, but as you'll hear when you actually watch the video, I couldn't bring myself to put any ephemera in it because I thought the pages were too beautiful. I thought Rachel had done such a good job, I didn't want to cover up the pages. So what I did instead was I took the remnants of the pages, I made a masterboard, and then I made the masterboard into ephemera. I cut it. And on screen, I decorated this one, but I said I would do those off screen another time. I had so many requests saying, Ceri, could you just decorate the journal cards and show us what the masterboards you made off screen look like? So we're going to do that today. I mean, I'm willing to listen to people if that's what you want. So I'm going to finish these ones off. Now, I don't have very much left of this kit at all. In fact, this is all I have left of the kit, which is in this box here. So as you can see, I haven't got a lot left, but luckily enough, these are all collaged, and all I've done is I've pulled in some boxes of my ephemera pieces to decorate them. I do have one or two other bits from RachandBellaCrafts, but I can't guarantee I'm going to be using everything from them. Anyway, so the other thing people wanted to know from me is, what did I do with the bigger scraps? Because there was quite a few. So anyone who's seen before, this is a 12 by 12 scrapbook that I picked up in a thrift or a charity store. It was £3, which is probably about say $3.25. And I decided that I wanted to, instead of keeping drawers and drawers and drawers of scraps, I wanted to make masterboards out of it. Now, whether I ever pull these out and cut them up, I don't know, but I have been going through making them. And this, actually, that was RachandBellaCrafts as well. So I did make, right, this was the spare pieces left over from me making the cover. Okay, I did these with my arty labels. I don't know if that's a spare. Actually, if I put the link to this video, any links that are apparent to this project will be in that description box as well, so I don't have to go and dig them out again. So this was the first page I created. So the only things that were not from the kit were these two butterflies, I believe. Was that in the kit? That might have been in the kit. So I made all this, and what I did is I purposefully selected all of the green type of stuff. Then there was so much left, because obviously I didn't use it in the journal itself. I made this one, which obviously I used the blue papers in this one. So again, really love this. It's got the right feel about it. If I ever do a Bohemian journal again or a boho journal again, I'll pull these out and I cut them into ephemera. And then I had just enough left to do one last spread, which I focused on the yellows within the printables. I fussy cut the kingfisher out of the kit. I fussy cut the caravan out of the kit. I fussy cut this flower out of the kit, and I fussy cut this poppy out as well. This was in the kit as well. So as you can see, I did make some really nice backgrounds. I'm really happy with these, and one day I may take them out of here and cut them up. But to be honest, with all of these 12 by 12s, they're lovely in here. I like looking at them. I mean, there you go. I had to play with black and white. That was just a 6x6 kit, I think, a 6x6 pad. So, and that was RachandBellaCrafts Christmas. And I've got more of them in here. It's just, I enjoyed doing them, and it's nice to have them in between two covers. So basically, I'm not damaging them by putting them in and out of boxes and shells and whatever. So that was what that project was. So the aim is I'm going to use up as much as I can from the scraps here, And if I don't use these scraps on the creation of these, they will literally go into my scrap straw now, because this is not a lot to be left out of a project, I feel, and it's not enough to do a bigger 12 by 12. So, right, that one is done and dusted. No need to worry about that. That can go back in the basket. So I have these. So I haven't dictated whether they're a journal card, whether they're a tag, what they are. For obvious reasons, I've not rounded the corners. I've not done notches. I've not made them in pockets. I've not done any of that. So I think this is obviously a journal card, a journal tag. So let's just lop the corner off here. Take that corner, turn it round. There are umpteen ways to make tag corners. This is just one of them. Right, so that gives me a tag. Now these, do any of these look like a tag? That could be a fat tag actually, couldn't it? Oh, what does that? 1, 2, 3. That could be a fat tag. Right, let's just use this to create this one. And I think the rest will become journal cards. Which orientation they're going to be in, I'm not sure. Now, most of you have seen me do decorating tags and journal cards and pockets before, so I've got no extra special hints and tips for you. This is going to be something very similar to what you've possibly seen before. So those are good to go. I just need to decorate them up or select something. I mean, there is this big piece of ephemera that could go right in the middle of there. I think with this one, I'm actually going to just put it onto a piece of card and just use it as a journal card as is. So I'm going to consider that done. I've also got this. I mean, I could stick it. Actually, that doesn't look bad, does it? I could stick it to there and then back that. Right, let's see whether we can just trim this off so it's about the right size. And then that'll deal with a couple of scraps there, won't it? That's about evenly spaced. Right, that gives me another piece of scrap. So I'll decorate this as if it was backed, and we will back it later. Right, I need to get a corner rounder. I'm very excited. My new one just arrived, like literally 10 minutes ago by the post. I was just about to start filming, and the courier knocked the door, and voila, there it was, all done and dusted. I'm very happy because I threw the other one in the bin yesterday. So, because you know, sometimes when equipment gets to the point where it's paid its dues, it's done its duty, and it was causing me more grief than anything. And I can't remember what the video was I was actually doing, but I lost my temper a little bit with it and just threw it straight in the bin. As well as there was a Fiskars round punch that I've been fighting for a couple of years, and I got to the point I was like, no, we're done, mister. Let's just do these at the same time while I've got the punch on the go. And people ask me why I actually hold my punch this way up and not that way up. It is purely so I can see that the paper goes all the way into the corner. Let's do this one with a bit of a larger round. Yeah, this would be the sort of journal card that goes behind a belly band, I should imagine. Right, you can wait over there. Let's get all of the grits off the table. So that and that are going to become one. I look as if I need some gluing surfaces. Give me a second. Right, so I've just got some magazine pages here which I'm going to use to glue upon. Where'd my glue stick go? Where did my glue stick go? Oh, put it in the wrong place, that's why. Right, let's just get this one stuck down, and then this isn't going to be finished, this one, with just this on, because I'll put it on the background. I will probably put a label or a number or something on it. What that something will be, we will discover in the passage of time. So I quite like these. These are nasturtiums, and I love growing nasturtiums. They're something, for some reason, that grows with wild abandon in my garden. They love the soil in my garden, and I like having them there. Right, so that's a good starting block for that one at least. So let's see what speaks to me. Let's start with a tag, because if I've got them all out, I will get really sidetracked. This is really nice. Now, I did pull out things that I kind of am running low on. Now, I've got 2 boxes of RachandBellaCrafts stuff here already. These are from other kits. Please don't ask me what they are. I couldn't tell you anymore. I want to say it's something like Welsh ephemera or something like that. I'm wondering whether... I don't mind that on there. See if there's anything more. Quite like that. That sort of is in keeping with that. These are just pieces that were on the kit, in the kit, whatever this kit was, because I usually print the entire kit and then what's left of the kit goes into a box. Right, that yellow there is not a million miles from that yellow there. And nor is that. Let's leave that out as well. Right, let's see where we're up to just by using these couple of things here. Right, I like this one better than that one at the moment. Okay, he might go somewhere else. Let's put him back in there. Right, I like that. I'm keeping the bits that have caught my attention. Right, there's blue in there. And I've got some blue here as a part of something. Don't know whether that's the right blue. That's a fresher looking blue. I think I'll use that one. Right, I think once I've got those on there, I might, what's this? Oh, it's a bit of paper. I might actually be kind of happy with that. I think I'm going to have to put some numbers on it because I put numbers on things. So I'll pop that down there. Try and make sure it's, sorry, I'm muttering to myself, I apologise. It just happens to be the way my brain works sometimes. I'd rather it further away from that. I'm only inking the edges if I see necessary, and currently I'm not seeing anything that's necessary. Right, by linking those two together, that then becomes one piece of ephemera. Yeah, there is a rough edge there. I thought I could see an edge. Right, there you go. So those 2 pieces are done. I'm leaving those to one side because I'm not sure yet. Right, this needs something else on it. There's butterflies on it. It needs something there. Now I've got some of these. Now these are labels I've made myself, and what I've done is, like for this instance, this is a bit of coffee dyed paper, and I've stamped on it, and then I've stamped a border stamp. I think Tim Holtz has got one. In fact, Tim Holtz does have border stamps or label stamps. Again, done that with a bit of franking, and that must have been just a bit of typewritten paper. I've done the same there with a bit of book page. Actually, there's with yellow on there. Maybe we'll keep that one to one side as well. Oh, there's a yellow one on the side. Let's pull the yellow ones out because you never know. So I've done that. That's how I've created these. Could be a blue on that as well. And then I've done the same thing with rice paper. So this is just Stamperial rice paper, and I've come in and I've actually just stamped a frame onto it. It's weird. I know what it is I want when I see it. See, the trouble with these things, they're so soft I can't pick them up sometimes. I'm looking for something that's ever so slightly larger. Not that, obviously. Is this too big? It is too big. That's too big. That's also too big. I don't mind that. This is appealing to me. It feels too samey. Maybe not. Right. I did say I wanted labels. Now these numbers, sorry, these numbers are purely edges of book pages that I've saved and stamped upon with number stamps, a variety of number stamps. If any of my stamp sets have numbers, this is where they end up going. Sometimes I like numbers better than I like words. I don't always do the edges of stuff, but sometimes I just want things to be a bit more defined. Like that's quite pale and that's quite pale. I didn't mind that blending into itself, but this just looks like it'd be a little bit too light for my liking. And having that across the bottom of there, put that down in that corner, I think. So that's straightish. Oh, there's another one of those labels. Right, I feel this needs a something to define it, whether it's a label there, whether it's a something there. I'm not sure. There's enough labels on there, enough numbers on there, I think. I'm just wondering, I've got some flowers here, or leaves or stuff. That'd be quite nice, but I don't really want it shiny. If I go other flowers. Right, I've got some of these. All of my ephemera, I buy it when I see it, wherever I see it. So I don't know where hardly any of it comes from. Quite like the fact that actually, why look more, I like that as it is. I don't know where everything comes from, so please don't ask me in the comments. I would say a lot of this is Etsy, it's eBay and Amazon, or it's come in Happy Mail, or it's a digital I printed off, or if I've been traveling and I've gone to a craft store and I've seen stuff. That's I think like everyone's stash of ephemera pieces and decorating pieces. We build it up over the years. And it gets harder and harder to remember where everything comes from. Unless, of course, you're Gail Augustinelli, bless you, Gail. I am always in admiration of Gail because she can remember almost every single kit, who the maker is. Granted, she puts notes on a lot of them, but even if she hasn't got a note on it, she pretty much remembers where it comes from. Right, now, because there's a pale background and there's a pale outline around this, because that's the nature of washi labels, I'm not going to ink over the top, because normally I would rub over the top of this with vintage photo, which would then knock it into the background. I don't need to do that on here. Right, I'm still looking for something there. Let's see if there's a Tracy Fox label. Actually, is there anything that's just a slightly different color blue? This is archaeology. This is hardly archaeology, is it? And that's hardly the right size either. Right, just having a little bit of a rummage. Actually, you know what? I was going to do blue. Should I do that instead? That's too much. I like the background, so let's just leave the background as the background. Maybe if I put a bit of ink on this, it will take the brightness of that blue. Yes, it does. Just by putting a little bit, almost like a glaze on there, it'll take the brightness of that away. Right. Up you come. Put you across there. Now, I'm not going to put a hole or a slit in the top of the tags. I like to leave that until such time as I'm about to use the journal card, journal tag, because I don't always know that it needs it. And also, if I do a slit at the top, I can put ribbon through it without it folding. If I, however, do a hole made for cord or twine, then it makes it difficult to put ribbon through it. So let's call that one done as well. We'll look at all of them at the end, guys. Right, let's have a look at this. I just had a thought. I wonder whether... So I've got a big butterfly somewhere. Right, here you go. So this was a big butterfly Is that a bit much on there? I don't mind that. That's nice and bright, isn't it? Right, I don't mind it going off the side, because I can always trim that. I like it on this one better. These were butterflies I stamped and made with embossing powders. I'll put a link to this in the description box below as well. There's going to be lots in the description box, guys. That's just seems to be the way I roll lately. If I've already done a video describing the method I'm using, then I will put it in the description box below, because it helps me with the amount of comments I get. You don't ask me comments if I've already given you the answer, which is wonderful. I love comments, don't get me wrong, but sometimes there's just far too many comments. Right. Is that kind of straight? Kind of ish. Just come in here and trim that off. Unfortunately, there's no way I'm keeping that. Now, I do think I need to put antennae on it. I don't fussy cut and put antennae and stuff. Whatever I do, whenever I use a butterfly, I usually just draw the antennae on afterwards. Now, if you wanted this to be less shiny, you could always give it a coat of matte gel medium and it would take the shine off that, or at least knock the shine back. So let's see, I quite like the greenness in this. So I've got greens in here. I've got greens with numbers on as well. Okay, that's not offending me. Is that a nicer green? Make today awesome. No. Not that I don't want to make today awesome, I just don't want to make it awesome with that one. Oh look, bunny rabbits. I didn't know I had bunny rabbits. When you don't visit your ephemera boxes that often because you've got so many in there, sometimes you forget what you got. That's got a hint of green to it. I don't mind that. I think I want that there. And come on, off my finger. I like that there because it breaks up that straight line a little bit. And I don't mind that it's not standing out from the background. I'm okay with that. Now I did pull out these yellow flowers in label form. And there's one with green on it. So I'm happy about that. Let's just put a bit of an edge around this, or this will blend immediately into the background and it will never be seen. These pieces of ephemera, by the way, are just going to go into my ephemera box just as spares, and they don't have to be used immediately. That's one thing I really like to do when I'm making a journal. I will very often just reach and grab my ephemera box and then use anything that's in there to go into anything else. Right, I need a label. I'm wondering whether there's something in one of these. Sorry, I've got this in shot, have I? Something in here I could use as a label, even if it wasn't a label. Don't be afraid to cannibalize your pieces of ephemera and stuff, by the way. So if there's something in here that looks like it would make a label, I'm quite happily cut it up. It's a digital, it can be printed again. Happily cut into one of those, but I haven't got one in there that works for me. Right, there's just something in here that looks like a label. What's that there? I don't know. I'm trying to think of the colours that are in here, see if there's something I'd like to pull out and put up there. There's that blue again, but that's not the right blue. That's too big. What's this colourful thing here? Yep, that's so not the right thing. Right, what have I got label-wise? Right, this is a random box of, I just call these elements. They're just stuff that has arrived. Happy Mail, picked up in bundles of things, picked up on eBay, just stuff like that. Someone did tell me you can get these labels as well on Temu. I don't use Temu, but apparently you can pick them up on Temu. Is that a label? Yes, it is. So let's use that because it'll be a little more transparent, which means it won't be as white. And I can always knock it back a little bit. I quite like the size of this one, that's why. Right, are you on there? Let's bring you down fractionally. Just because then if I do punch a hole or a slit, it will be by there. I'm just going to come over the top and rub this gently. And as you can see, it just knocks it into the background a bit. So let's go around the edge of here. I think that's more than enough decorating on there, but it does give some nice journaling space on the back. God love that. Some people round the bottom corners of their tags. I sometimes do that as well because that's really nice. When it goes in another pocket, it doesn't catch. So that's that one done. Right now, I wanted to make a couple of these journal cards up with birds on them because I don't really have many bird journal cards. Right, that's obviously an up and down. That's an up and down. That's an up and down. This can be in any which way I want it to be. Yeah, there is no specific. Let's get some birds involved. I go through fads of using certain things. Like maybe I'll go and I'll be using birds for a week. Or then maybe I'll be using flowers and butterflies the following week. So that's why I tend to do stuff like this and go, right, it's going to be that this week. I quite like that colour on there. He's very dramatic, isn't he? I have no idea what he is, but he's very dramatic. I like that. That one looks perfect on there. I will go around it with vintage photo. Okay, owls in here. I like owls. The only trouble is I get owls and then I use all the owls up and then I've got no more owls. He's quite nice. Ooh, a raven. A raven, rook, jackdaw, whatever you want to call them. I get really confused as to which is which. Actually, I think I've got some Halloween stickers somewhere. Oh, there was an owl. Way too small. I think we'll leave that one. It can be enough. Oh, what's that there? Oh, he's pretty. Or she. But no, I think three will be enough in birds. Now, do I want to back these with anything? I've got some plain paper. I wonder what that would look like behind them. No, I quite like them as they are. I think we could do with something behind them, but not necessarily coffee dye paper or something. I need to remember that one he's doing as well. So I've got no numbers because I feel I need numbers on these. And also I've got these. Now I've had these ages and I don't remember where I got them from because I potentially order more of them. They're just strips of, it looks like it must have been washi labels at one point. And they're strips. So I'm sure someone's going to tell me where they came from, but I don't remember. As I said, a lot of stuff comes and I have no idea where it's come from. I'm not sure butterflies are right on that one. I just want something that's got a little bit of colour in that. So the trouble is if I put that on there, Actually, I wonder if I turn this around. That feels better. Right, let's see if I can get the back off one of these. I'm usually okay with washi stickers. It's the clear stickers I usually struggle with, and I definitely struggle with label paper. Right. Why am I putting glue stick onto the back of a label? Because I don't trust glue sticks. I trust my glue stick, which is this brand, but I do not trust washi. It's created to release, and I've been let down several times by the fact that it's done what it's supposed to do, which is release. Why does that feel like it's stuck? There you go. Let's trim that off there. And trim around there. Right, I'm not sure this is going to need much on it at all after the bird. You're going to go away because you're annoying me. Right, that's on there. That can go on there, which will cover up this ugly join there. Maybe a little bit of Vintage Photo Distress ink on here will just give it a hint of an outline. Let's see if I can glue it without ripping the branches off or taking off tail feathers or beaks, or yeah, it gets a bit disturbing sometimes. I think that will be okay there. This looks like it's got a bit of an edge. It does have a bit of an edge. I think I'd like a number down here. Where are those numbers gone? And then I'll call that one finished. I don't think that one needs a label. I think it just really just needs a number. And I quite like the fact that that's in the same color group as the rest of the tag, rest of the journal card. So for those of you who requested this, I hope this is what you were expecting. As I said, I don't have any more of the kit, and I didn't want to reprint the kit just to do the video, because the whole aim of doing the video was to end up using up what we have. Right, that's fine. Now I've got a feeling I've got a Halloween label, or apothecary. That's not easily said, is it? Labels I can use there. Right, I've got stuff. This is from Tracy Fox. I think it's one of her Halloween kits. I did a project a while ago using it, and I think that's these are the remnants of it. I probably should actually make a masterboard out of these, but I don't know that my tolerance for cutting or gluing every little piece of this down will be enough. Let's put that there because I'm kind of liking that. Let's move you over. Right. I had to brown up that, but I'm not going to go in and fussy cut between his legs, because his legs are so, I mean, seriously, I'm going to slip and amputate something very delicate to this bird. Right. I'm wondering, these are the stickers I was talking about. Again, I want to say these came from eBay, Amazon. Again, you could probably get them on Temu. As I said, I'm not sure. I don't like the white around them, but I can easily cut that off. Oh, there's one with green on it. Maybe I don't need something there. No, I think I like that as it is. I've just seen something darker. Black Widow. Actually, that looks like it was meant to be there, doesn't it? Is this a label? This feels like it should be a label. Come on, I can see an edge. Yes, it is a label. These are the ones I struggle with. And yes, thank you. I have heard use a poker tool, use a pin, use a sharp blade. I just struggle, guys. In the moment, I forget what everyone has told me I should be doing. I do use a bit of Scotch tape or sticky tape on the back sometimes to take them off, and that's sort of my go-to. I have used a pokey tool or a needle or a pin to do it as well in the past, but I don't find that very successful, to be honest with you. Not for me anyway. Right. I would like it to be in the middle and square. I think that's okay. Right, another bit of magazine page. Where are you? Right, let's see if I can get this little guy on here without defeathering the poor thing. And then this might also be done unless I put a black number or something on this. Okay, I like that. See, by making them touch, it's almost one piece of ephemera. They're not floating from each other. This is crying out for something in that corner. I've got anything that I could just... Let's see if there's anything in here that I can just utilize. Never did I think I would have gravestones in my stash. No, you know what? I want to go with the number. I'm feeling the number, let's put it that way. Right. Too light. I need something darker. Can you see? Yeah, you can. I keep forgetting sometimes you guys are there, even though I'm talking to you, but then, to be honest with you, I talk to myself even when you're not there. I'm not feeling that number. I'm not feeling any number. I want something different up there. Let's see if Tracy's got a label. Right, there's something in here with a black frame around it, which I can see this. That works for me. There you go. Good old Tracy Fox. Knew you'd have something for me. I don't think this is a label. It doesn't feel like a label. No, it's not a label. Right. Right, let's just set this off now. I could potentially take that down a notch because it's a bit pink. I could easily have gone around this with black or mahogany or something to make it even darker. And if I end up doing another Halloween journal this year, or Witch's Journal, or one of those, I may retouch that up with black ink around the side. Right, where are we up to? Okay, this one, before it's loaded on something. I know there's another bird one to do, but I just want to put something on this to finish it off. And as I've got the labels here, why not? It doesn't need a lot. It just needs a touch of something. Right, it's bending slightly. I think that's fine. I mean, it is a beautiful digital. I don't need to do much to it. Right, on to you, mister. You look a bit studious, don't you? I'm kind of thinking this needs to be on a different background. Yeah, I think it needs to be a different bird. I'm feeling he's merging into that background far too easily for me. Well, that little one's got exactly that green in it. I can deal with that. And I don't mind if he's pointing off the card. If I move him over, he's no longer pointing off the card, is he? Let's just put a little bit of brown around there, just so he stands out a little bit. Try and find clean bits on my bit of gluing paper. Right. Let's put him above the row. Oh, actually, no. Let's put him down close to the bottom. It makes more sense because the bottom of that rock is actually flat. So let's play to its strengths, not to its weaknesses. Right, this needs something. Quite like something with that colour in if I can find it. And back to blue again, aren't we? That's the wrong colour. And don't forget, guys, you can always fast forward. You control that button. Actually, you know, that's not a million miles wrong. Let's put that on there. As I said, these tickets here are another RachandBellaCrafts product. I can't remember what it was called though. It's been a long time since I got this one out. There's that. This needs something by here. What other colours have you got in there, Mr. Yellow? Is there anything in here that's slightly yellowish? That's sort of a mustard colour. That's too big. Oh, I'm seeing yellow. Dive deep, Griffiths, dive deep. Yellow. Let's just pop that up there. I think that might have to have something down the side, but I think the majority of this one's done. And what I'm doing is I'm putting, there's a join there along that paper. And if I put that up there, it just covers that join up for me. And I think I'd just like a bit of a vertical number there. Doesn't have to be a big number, just a little number. That's a little bit light for me. This looks like it's the one I want. You're the one that I want. Yeah, because what the heck has Greasy Musical got to do with this? I like that. That's fine. And then we're just down to our last one. Where's that sponge of ink gone? Okay, that's another one. So we look at these one on full finish. Right, but down to the last one. I did pull this out because I liked this. And I'm still liking it, so put that around the edge. Down. I'm putting it down a little bit so I've actually got room at the top if I want to put something there, which I seem to be doing a lot of anyway. I almost need to go back in the box, not what I need. Let's see if there's anything in Rachel's surplus that I might use. I kind of had it in mind to put, well, he's a bit happy, isn't he? It's his first day of school, bless him. He's probably about 40 and he just looks like that. I'm just looking for something. I think that will be all right, but I don't want to walk away from options. Well, that's the same one. No, I don't want two lots of butterflies. I think I'd prefer him. There, that will do, because obviously, oh, what's that that's green? No, it's too much. He's just gone, it's his first butterfly collection, there you go. Don't need to do the edges of him because he's dark enough already. Right, so I just need something there, and I want to say a Tracy Fox label because I might find a round one that will go there, because I feel a round one is needed. Quite like one smaller than that though. Don't like that one. In fact, I must have cut that with a punch, and it's not singing for me, let's put it that way. And Tracy, have you got any smaller round ones? You do, right. I don't like cutting circles. Oh, I don't need to, there's already one done. That will do. I'll just whip around that with that. So I suppose there is one benefit in doing this video. I've got these spare pieces out of my to-do box, and actually they've been used at last. There's always a benefit to making a video, I think. So I still have some scraps left from the kit, and I will show you those in a second. I think you've already seen them anyway, and they will just go into my patterned paper scraps, because why wouldn't they? Let's just move that out of the way. So before we do a quick flick through of what I've done, get that out of the way because I'll get stuck. Please excuse the filthy fingers. So, oh, I've got, there's a flower there. Okay, so these are just the scraps that I've got left over. These will just go into my patterned papers now, just as scraps. I'll keep that there just in case you come across something I think needs a flower. So as you can see, these were made with a masterboard. That wouldn't need another flower, would it? No, that would just be silliness. I will back this. I like that. I like vanilla. Let's not go there with that. That doesn't look like it needs red. And that was the one we did before. Yep, this will go into my fussy guts for flowers when I get myself around to it. So hopefully, guys, that was what you wanted, that you actually got to see what I did with the scraps as far as making masterboards, what I've done with the decorating of these. As I said, hopefully that's what you wanted to see. Thank you for helping me, because by you requesting that, what have I done? I've gone through and I've actually finished this project in total instead of ignore it in its box. So all that's left for me to say is I'm Ceri the Crafter. That's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye now.